Welcome to Review Rewind, the show where a couple of friends watch movies of old and aim to figure out if the reviewers were spot on or a little off. I'm Mike.
And I'm Tristan.
And this week we're talking about Oompa Loompa Doopity Doo, Dead Man's Party, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Because Danny Elfman made the music.
Uh-huh.
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 Hi, Tristan.
Hi, Mike.
What's your bright spot?
Oh no, I thought about this earlier and then I proceeded to forget what it was. Well, you know what? Let's talk about today. We're going to talk about a delightful show that I've watched. It's on Netflix. It's called The Residence, and it's a murder mystery that happens in the White House.
Yeah.
And so
I keep seeing clips for it. It looks really good.
It's delightful, and I just watched it over the weekend, and I highly recommend.
Yeah, I want to watch it. The lady in it seems very funny.
Yeah, she's great.
She's like Poirot, but cooler.
Yeah, and she's a birder, so everything that she like relates to birds and bird watching.
Oh,
so
that's clever.
Kind of
okay, that
twist.
actually makes a lot of the clips make sense now.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's great.
Yeah, I know that's not like a personal thing, but that's just.
I don't think it has to be.
Yeah. How about you?
We're learning, you know. One. God, I love popcorn. Two. I started replaying The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Oh yeah,
man, I love that game. It's so good. It's such a good game.
It's a good one.
I think I'm about a third through it. So I still got a good amount of time.
Yeah, those at the level where you go into the well, and there's like the hands and the zombies and stuff. Yeah. I know they're not zombies, but whatever those things are called. That freaked me out when I was a kid.
Yeah, there's lots in that game that I look at now and I go, I think this used to creep me out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember exactly which things, but there were things that
there's some spooky stuff in that game.
Yeah. It should be I actually don't even know what it's rated. It's probably E, but it probably should have been like, well, they didn't have like E 10 plus on it yet.
Yeah, that's what's it what's that rating called? The ESRB. Yeah, it's rated as an E for everyone.
Lies. I mean, the monsters, some of the monsters, they're gross. They're kind of like, I don't know if spooky is the right word, but they're certainly disturbing.
Yeah, there's definitely some disturbing cartoonish imagery in there.
Yeah. I was trying to look for my pop filter, but I think I tossed it somewhere and it's really dark, so I can't see anything. Despite what my camera shows. You know, it's all about good lighting and
got to make sure that the visuals are really great for an audio based platform.
Whatever.
Although, you know, nowadays people are making their
we make clips from
videos.
Yeah, you know, a vodcast.
Yeah.
I hate myself for saying that. That's dumb. Anyway.
But you're not wrong.
Yeah.
A video on demand cast Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
I mean,
Charles and the Chocolate Factory. Or as I accidentally
Charleston.
said,
His name is actually Charleston.
Charleston and the Chocolate. I was talking to somebody about it this week, and I got Charlie and Willie mixed up, and I said Chili and the Chocolate Factory.
Bluey's mom? I knew he was weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see. Director, Tim Burton. Producer, Brad Gray and Richard Zanuck. Man, if that guy isn't Canadian, I don't know what. Written by John August, based on the Roald Dahl book. Distributed by Warner Brothers. Produced by Warner Brothers, Zanuck Company, Village Roadshow, Pictures, and Plan B Films. Rated PG for mild language, action, and quirky situations.
Oh, those situations were real quirky.
So quirky. Genre is kids and family, fantasy, and comedy. Original language, English. Release date, July 15th, 2005. Budget of $150 million. In the U.S., it grossed about $206 million, and worldwide, $478 million. So it did well.
Wow, yeah.
I mean, you made a movie based on a beloved book.
Mm-hmm.
It's you
a remake of a previously loved movie.
I wouldn't call it a remake.
A reboot?
I think just a different interpretation of
an adaptation.
An adaptation, yeah.
A readaptation. Yes, but like people were like, "Oh, I love the old movie," and so then they came and watched this one.
Right.
Which I'm curious which one is closer to the book. I've never read this book.
Excuse me? What'd you say?
I said I haven't read this book.
Oh, wow. And
I'm curious which movie is
Charlie.
A closer adaptation.
Charlie.
This one?
Mm-hmm. The book is weird.
I know. Well, I've read which one? Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? And that one.
You watch your mouth, man.
So I'm familiar with
one of the things I wanted to bring up,
work.
I had to look it up, is 1964 is when the original book came out. So you had literal four or so childhoods worth of people that would have read this book by the time this thing came out.
Mm-hmm.
So a great swath of people who were probably very excited to watch it. With that said, oh wait, it is starring. Hold on, no, not with that said. Ignore that. Rewind. Starring Johnny Depp, Freddie Highmore, David Kelly, Helena Bonham, Noah Taylor, Missi, Pyle, James Fox, Deep Roy, and Christopher Lee. And now, we transition into a segment we like to call the Recap Rewind, where we rewind and recap this film of the week. I read that wrong.
Yeah.
This is what I get for being too excited. All right, let me take a sip. Could you hear that?
A little bit.
I kind of choked on it. All right. Sometime in early 2000s, Tim Burton took some mushrooms and read Roald Dahl's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and then decided, I can make that movie. At least that's what I remember or assumed when I watched it. This is a story about Willy Wonka, Johnny Depp, A man who abandoned his family to pursue the most capitalistic enterprise in history, candy. He took all the pain of leaving his dentist father and turned it into candy. Damn good candy at that. That drive to prove his father wrong made him the most successful candy maker in the world, and a weird guy to boot. He took a successful candy shop and turned it into a giant factory, which seemed to employ most of the city. But being this successful begets enemies. And these enemies were sly and ended up stealing and replicating Wonka's candies. In despair of this sweet travesty, Wonka abruptly closed shop. In doing so, he put old Joe Bucket, David Kelly, out of work, ultimately retiring him and possibly crippling him. Time goes by, and Joe is living with his wife, Helena, his daughter, Helena Bonham Carter, his daughter's husband, Noah Tucker, his daughter's husband's father, David Morris, his daughter's husband's mother, Liz Smith, his daughter's husband's father's grandson, Freddie Highmore. Wait, no, that would just make him his grandson too. Anyway, his grandson being a kind, sweet, and optimistic boy named Charlie. Mysteriously, the Wonka factory is operating again, but no one sees anyone coming in or out. Just trucks going out to deliver. And deep into the night, some guys on bikes come out, and that part is actually never fully explained. Breaking news. The Wonka factory has reopened and has announced that 5 golden tickets have been placed within Wonka bars. The 5 winners will get a private tour of the factory. The world goes crazy. The first person is a German boy, Augustus Gloop, who is demeaned because of his eating habits. That's right. He's presented as a bad kid because he's fat. That's all. Nothing more. But the second winner is a spoiled brat, Veruca Salt. Her dad is shown too, and they both clearly suck. The third winner, Violet Beauregard, a competitive little girl who has been groomed by her mother to be the best in all the weirdest things possible. The fourth, Mike TV, who, by all evidence gathered, will be a serial killer. The Bucket family, that took a minute.
Sorry.
The Bucket family is hopeful that they can find the last ticket. Charlie usually gets 1 candy bar for his birthday, and they hope that they can find a winning ticket, but sadly, they don't. Word on the street is that someone has found the last ticket in Russia. Hours, days, moments, sometime later, Charlie is walking around town and he finds $10. And at that time, he overhears someone saying that the Russia winner is a fraud and that the last ticket is still out there. Charlie rushes to the store and buys a candy bar, and he finds the final ticket. He runs home and he tells his family. Joe jumps out of bed, moving in a way he hasn't moved in years. But as they celebrate, Charlie decides he's going to sell the ticket to help his family. But his family persuades him to enjoy this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and in that, he decides to take Joe with him. They go to the factory and meet the other winners. Upon entering the complex and reaching the front door, they are met with a "it's a small world" type attraction that immediately catches fire. As they stare in shock, someone appears next to them applauding the performance. It is none other than Captain Jack Sparrow. Now, I can spend an aching amount of detail trying to recap the next part. But if you have not seen this or read the book, why are you listening to this? Speed round. As they're touring, kids start losing. Gloop falls into a river of chocolate and sucked into a chocolate tube like the fat zit he is. I don't know, man. It's gross. Violet eats an unfinished candy, which turns her into a blueberry. Veruca Salt messes with some squirrels and gets her ass handed to her and thrown into the garbage chute. And TV gets shrunk to the point that they have to make him taller using the taffy puller. Throughout this tour, Charlie shows his kindness and creativity to Wonka, and Wonka shows that he is a madman who is desperately looking for a family, and also either made a really good deal with a tribe of 2-foot tall people, or he enslaved them. Neither really is great, honestly. But that's how he's making so much money. Charlie winning. Oh, wait, what? Yeah. But with Charlie winning, Wonka takes him and Joe home to reveal the prize. Charlie has earned the factory. He will be the new candy maker extraordinaire. He would just need to abandon his family. Mm-hmm. Charlie declines because his family is the most important thing to him. Wonka does not understand this, but respects his answer. Wonka struggles with all of it, but eventually meets with Charlie, and Charlie suggests that Wonka should speak to his father. Wonka is too nervous until Charlie offers to accompany him. The Wonkas reconcile, and all is well. Willie invites all the Buckets to live at the factory, and Charlie and Willie become candy-creating partners, and I guess they have, a happily ever after or something like that. Except maybe the 4 other kids. They're going to suffer from just some extremely weird PTSD from this day. So, what'd you think?
This movie, I have mixed feelings about it. Admittedly, it comes from
mix it up, buddy.
It comes from really weird source material. So of course it's going to be a weird movie. I tried my darndest to keep it separate from the Willy Wonka movie. Right. But the thing that stuck out to me the most is they got the movie names mixed up, and it's not their fault. But
right.
This one's called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and it tells a lot more about Willy Wonka. And the other one's called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and Charlie's the main character. So it's very backwards. I think a lot of people see Johnny Depp's Wonka as a controversial version of him. I kind of like it. Like he's not the Gene Wilder one, but like he's weird. Mm-hmm. But I'm not off put by it. I think it's actually a pretty weird but fun take on the character.
I haven't read the book in a long time, so it's hard for me to say.
Mm-hmm.
But Johnny Depp's take on it makes it seem as though there was a deeper plan for Willy Wonka
mm-hmm.
than either the book or the first adaptation of it presented Willy Wonka as having.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that that's accurate because I haven't read the book in a while because I don't read. I'm illiterate. But yeah, why don't you continue your thoughts? So your take on Johnny is not as weird as maybe the reputation of the film gives it.
Yeah. And I think we can circle back around to that once we start going through the characters and having that conversation. But just initial thoughts is I think I like him more than most people do for it. I think the movie has an overall daunting feeling to it. And I know there's horrible things that are happening, really, but it's done in a very like whimsical, quirky way that I think if you change the soundtrack to be less intense, it would be so much more fun. But because of like every corner just feels like, oh no, something bad is going to happen. I don't know. The music it was good. I think Danny Elfman did a good job making music because he always does. But it felt weird. The vibe felt off from what I was seeing and what I was hearing.
Here's where I will slightly disagree with just the presentation of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I agree that I think the Oompa Loompa songs worked.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a clever take on them. I think the songs were fun.
Mm-hmm.
They were all different.
Yeah.
They were all very Danny Elfman.
Mm-hmm. A little less memorable than the Oompa Loompa.
Right.
But
that's because we're idiots.
Yeah.
I have to say, for the rest of the movie, I like hate myself for saying this. I think Danny failed. I think he failed at his job.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think as a composer, you were trying to build a soundtrack that complements and
Mm-hmm.
or enhances the film.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, his soundtrack did neither.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to the point where I was watching this with the kids and Ray was like, is this going to be a scary movie? I was like, I don't think so.
Because it feels like
but
it
the music
entire time.
feels really creepy. Like,
Yeah.
not...
I don't know if that's Danny Elfman failing at his job, though, or if that's Tim Burtoning it up. Like, is it the guidance of Tim over Danny? Because like the music, if you separate the music out, like it's well done.
Yeah, no.
But
I'm not saying he didn't write good music.
Right.
I'm saying he failed at the task at hand.
Yeah. But it begs the question of, was it the way that he interpreted it, or is it the direction that he was given to interpret?
I don't know enough about Tim Burton to know that answer.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do know that some of the other movie, like Star Wars, for instance, George Lucas says, like, here's the idea behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And then John Williams goes away for 3 months with some of the dailies and builds something and then shows it. And then that's when they go like, holy crap. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know if Tim Burton's the same way.
Yeah. And it's hard because he always goes with Danny Elfman, or almost always.
Which
and
is not a bad choice, because Danny Elfman, even though he is a weird guy,
mm-hmm.
and he does make weird, gothic, dark sounding music,
mm-hmm.
he's done plenty of soundtracks that were not that.
Not that. Yeah.
Like, he's very good at writing upbeat, happy sounding music.
Mm-hmm.
There just is none in this.
Yeah. No. Yeah. And that's kind of the thing is it has to, because if you were in a vacuum where you only heard Tim Burton soundtracks, this would fit right in.
Right.
And so that's why I think that's the reason why it sounds the way that it does, because we have heard a lot more variety from Danny Elfman in other things. So I think it's the influence of Tim Burton on it. And
I guess it has to be.
I think visually inside the factory is pretty interesting.
Some of those are so, like, the opening song, I think, it's not doing the job they think it's supposed to.
Oh, during the opening credits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it. How do I'm really on this this word I like. It begets emotions of fear. Like it really stirs a negative emotion.
Yeah.
Rather than the mystery and industrialness of the factory.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that ends up kind of hurting it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
In that it distracts. Like it doesn't really keep you locked into it. It distracts from what I think they're trying to do in that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know if that's opinion or if that's like really locked into reality. Like, if there's a consensus on that?
Mm.
But it just feels like the music, for sure, for me, the music kind of takes me out of it a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was a big miss, whether it was the interpretation of Danny Elfman or if it was from the guidance of Tim Burton. I think either way, it just didn't hit the way that everything else about the story suggests we should be getting.
Right.
Because there should be some magicalness to what we're experiencing, because we're told over and over again that Willy Wonka is a genius, that he is like this amazing man. But the whole time we kind of feel like he murdered someone, didn't he?
And I wonder if it's the music that like kind of takes you from it. I'm going to do some illegal stuff.
Do it. If it's just a clip and we provide good
yeah. Anyway,
yeah,
so this,
you know what I'm
this
saying.
is the main title, which I think is when they're going through the factory. Is it not doing the sound?
I'm not hearing it.
Oh, I'm not hearing it either. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh no. What have I done? You ever try to just like save stuff and you just like smush your fingers on the on the keyboard?
Then you end up hitting a shortcut that does something else, and then you're like, "What?"
No, I just like I can't think of what I want the title to be, so I'm just gonna like smoosh my fingers on the.
That okay. Yeah.
I want this one to share audio, share tab instead. Oh, you can only do it like that? Oh.
We're learning technology.
We are learning technology. Okay. Hold on, everyone. So as I'm putting this together, we can kind of dive a little deeper into some of the.
Well, let me ask you this first.
Okay.
Which Oompa Loompa song was your favorite?
Oh man, that's a legitimately good question.
Mm-hmm.
The Veruca Salt one, I think.
Ooh, that one is good.
It just had kind of that like a jamming feel to it, and the other one had repetition. That one just had enough repetition that it was like, I think it's in my head a little more.
Yeah, I think Veruca and Augustus had the best one.
Augustus Gloop. That one's
is
really
a
good.
Strong.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
Good.
Let's just have fun. Here's Augustus Gloop. You know what? In the movie, You couldn't really hear this.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Okay, get into it a little more.
This one's fun.
This one's a jam. I think that one might be the most like full band kind of one.
Mm-hmm.
It has like a what would it be? Like a jam band kind of vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's Violet. So many sounds you don't hear in the movie. Okay.
Listen hard, little Violet baby. This little girl, she sees the road. Chewing.
You know what? That one's really clever. It feels almost like a. This might be insulting to say. It feels almost like a Prince song. And I don't know if that's insulting to the memory of Prince. All right, so here's Veruca. Yeah, oh, this one's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're all like dancing in the circle.
Yeah, I love the chord progression of it.
Veruca Salt, the little brute, has just gone down.
I think I liked this one the most because it was clear that they were doing like the holistic critique of her. Like they talk about her dad. They don't just talk about her.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, that's the problem. The problem with all of these kids it isn't just the kids, it's their parents.
Yeah.
Like
and
their parents
it's the
suck.
only one where the parent gets the same outcome.
Right.
Everyone else is like, oh, you have to go help your kid. This one, he just gets pushed down into the garbage chute, just like her.
And now the worst person in the whole movie, even though Willy Wonka probably killed someone. Danny Elfman's such a weird guy, man. This one feels the most Oingo Boingo.
Mm-hmm. This one was fun. How they were like going through different.
His I don't want to call it a music video, but his sequence, his sequence through the music was the best.
Mm-hmm.
It was, that one was the one that like as soon as he got the music for it, Tim Burton was like, I'm gonna have so much fun.
Yeah.
All right. So
is that the one where they like it switches and they're the Beatles?
They're the Beatles. They're rock stars. They're news reporters, a chef, a bunch of different things. Yeah. So here is Danny Elfman's composition for the main title, which I believe is what you hear when the opening credits are rolling, and it's just a sequence going through the factory. Which, that's mysterious. That's fine. But there's just like so much added creepiness to it.
It's just too spooky. Like they got the industrial sound, they have the mysterious sound, but it just sounds like, hey, someone's gonna die.
Yeah, we're gonna jump a little bit further. Yeah, this is where it's unnecessary. It's like, why are we doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this entire sequence, it's like you're going through a chocolate factory.
Mhm.
It should be like
It should be mysterious but lighthearted.
yeah, like I keep thinking of The Simpsons. The Simpsons theme that he also wrote, but there's a middle part where Marge is driving through driving, and the music represents it so well.
Yeah.
And it's just this weird thing where like none of the music really represents the ideas of the situation. That's not entirely true, because there are some, like this song, which is the song for Charlie's birthday bar. This was great for the moment. Like, it has that Danny Elfman feel, but it's not creepy in any way. Like, it almost feels like a lullaby.
Yeah, I just feel like for a movie that is so focused on childlike imagination and family,
Right.
for the most part, the music does not convey that.
Agreed.
Wow, I spent a lot more time on the soundtrack than
I
we normally do.
Honestly, I'll be honest. This movie took me off guard because it wasn't what I remembered. And I enjoyed it a lot more than I remembered. But there were a couple things that were pretty glaring. And the music was one of them. So, is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you have any other overall thoughts before we start getting into talking about specific people and characters? and such?
I'm sure we'll get into it eventually. This movie did not age well as far as visuals. Some of the visuals are really bad. But I will say, when they go practical, it visually it's excellent.
Yeah.
It looks super good when it's visual. And it looks real bad when it's CGI. This is the first time I think we've had a movie that like just couldn't find the middle. Like some of the movies we've watched, they were able to mesh the even if the CGI wasn't the best, they were able to mesh the practical with the CGI. This one was like, when it was CGI, it was like, oh, that is very CGI.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think that Willy Wonka and all of the children are have CGI touch up to their faces?
I think they have. I was kind of wondering that, and I think it's actually color correction. Because do you notice that Willy Wonka in the beginning of the film, when he starts giving the tour, he's actually like gray? And then as the movie goes on, he starts to get more color in him. But it feels like Mike is like high contrast.
I didn't notice that part.
For like TV, like all of them have their own kind of
like look. Yeah.
Which
What I
could
was
be like
noticing-
CGI. Do you see like brushing?
All of their faces are so smooth and like glowy. It's like, I especially noticed it with Augustus at first. But he just is super smooth, super glowy. And then you start noticing it on the other kids. Veruca is also that way. Charlie is that way a little bit, but then
I didn't
Wonka
really
has it
notice
as
it.
well. It's really interesting. And I think my theory is that they wanted to make the adults seem aged and like time has not done well to them. But then Willy Wonka, who is this kind of still childlike character, has this same look to him,
Right.
and like his skin is still like flawless, just like the children, who are also have like this almost glow. It's weird. If you look at pictures of it, let me see if I can pull something up. But yeah, it just seems like they purposely did some stuff in post to differentiate the young characters and the old characters, and make not only the way that Willy Wonka acts, but the way that he looks connect more with the children.
Interesting. Okay. You know, this movie is odd too, because for a Tim Burton movie, it's pretty bright.
Mm-hmm. It has its starkness for a bit, but then yeah, for the most part, it's very bright. Okay.
Veruca for sure. She looks like she's got some touch up on her cheeks and stuff. Because maybe I'm wrong. It just feels like light doesn't move like that.
Yeah. And it's got kind of a haziness around it. So this is a photo that is on the IMDb of all of them in that initial room where everything is edible. But like, if you look at Charlie's face, if you look at Veruca's face, and Violet and Mike TV, they all have like this little bit of glow and smoothness. And then you look at all the adults and they don't have that. And then Willie is like somewhere in between.
Yeah.
And in this shot, Willy Wonka doesn't look like it as much, but there are other shots.
I feel like this shot isn't actually a screenshot from the movie, because his color tone in the movie is a lot more like that. Like it's like powdered.
Yeah. This is a better image of like how smooth he looks, and it's unnaturally smooth.
This one for sure feels either the makeup is there or it was edited in post, because there were some shots that I noticed where you could really see his like 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah.
And in the beginning of the movie, you really can't. And it feels like they did a lot more editing in the beginning of the movie to kind of get that effect than later in the film.
Yeah. And that could also be part of the storytelling of, as it goes on, he expresses like the reason why he did this whole thing is because he noticed that he's getting older. And so maybe they're trying to bring him into reality a little bit more.
I think it's that, or that could be a really good kind of argument. But it also feels like they just kind of missed the boat. They missed the boat on editing, where they went real ham on a couple scenes and then just didn't on other scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, like, some of the CGI and some of the overall choice editing within the film, some of it was great and some of it either felt like they were running out of time or just gave up. Alrighty. Anything general? Anything else?
No, I think that was my my last.
Alrighty.
At least for now.
Yeah. So, Willy Wonka, Johnny Depp.
He's a little freak.
He's I don't know what the movie is trying to say about him outside of his need to find family.
Mm-hmm.
That's his story arc.
Yeah.
His story arc is he's trying to find family.
Mm-hmm.
He realizes that he's old, and knows that he needs a successor.
Mm-hmm.
So he does all of this to find a successor. And in doing so, hopefully, making a new found family of sorts. But he's also got some inexplicable weirdness. Weirdness that sometimes they lay it on thick and sometimes they don't. And I feel like consistency would have maybe helped him out a little more as far as building the character up.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes so I guess my theory is he knew Charlie the entire time. Charlie lives down the street.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he was spying. I don't know if he was sending like ninja Oompa Loompas out to check it out. But there was a maniacalness to Wonka when he allowed the kids to fail.
Mm-hmm.
As though he knew they were from the get-go.
And they even bring that up in the beginning when Augustus falls in and they're like, hey, those Oompa Loompas sounded like the song that they sang sounded like they knew what was going to happen. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's just improv.
Right. I will say that I actually did find him very funny.
Yeah.
Regretfully so. I find him very funny. Like I don't want to find him funny. I do find him funny.
But he's funny.
He's funny. His jokes are good. His wit is good. I don't know if they're written in the book or not, but his comebacks are good. His timing's really good. The problem is I'm like mad that I enjoyed it, but the reality of it is Johnny Depp is a good actor. Period. He is a good actor. And he started a lot of his early movies were comedies. He didn't really get into the really serious stuff until the 90s, but he had already been doing movies for 8 or so years already. So like, I mean, Gilbert Grape, which was like 94 maybe. So he did comedies. And so his comedy timing is excellent.
Yeah.
Like he's really good at it. And then overall he really dives into the character. All right, let me see if I'm full of crap. Nightmare on Elm Street, basically a comedy. Crybaby, that's I think a comedy. And then 90 Edward Scissorhands. It's supposed to be weird. Benny, is that one? Like, maybe he didn't do as many comedies as I thought. No, yeah, he did some. Benny and June is a comedy. A drama, but a comedy.
A dramedy.
A dramedy. I don't know what that sound was. Anyway, so with all that, he has good comedic timing, but he's overall like a really good actor, and if your goal is Willy Wonka is a quirky, weird, kind of like mad genius character, who is perpetually immature. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed
Well,
it.
I mean, let's think about the story that they presented us. When he's a kid, he says he's going to run away, and his dad says, well, when you come back, I won't be here. And so he has been orphaned since he was a preteen.
I think they actually said his age. I think it was like 10 or something.
Yeah. So therefore, he is still stuck in that childlike state in a lot of ways. And part of that childlike wonder and that childlike imagination is what makes him such a great makes him such a great candy maker. Right. However, because he, especially after locking himself up for years, like obviously he's going to have weird tendency, like just bad people skills. He seemed to have sort of weird people skills even before then, but it's probably because he was an orphan.
Yeah.
Like,
and his dad was really obsessed with teeth, like really obsessed with teeth.
Yeah. I do feel like, and this, I mean, I guess we can talk about Christopher Lee here at the same time, since it's directly connected. Christopher Lee plays Dr. Wilbur Wonka, the dentist. And thanks for that.
You're welcome.
I felt like that element of the story was really forced.
Yeah. I think it's in the book. Maybe it's in the book. I don't know.
I mean, I did a quick Google, and as we all know, Google Gemini knows everything perfectly. It says that Wilbur is not part of the book.
Oh.
So, I mean, someone can correct us or provide the correct information there. But it just felt like they needed to somehow connect Willie to the need for family, because that was what the important thing for Charlie was. And so they're like, let's give him a backstory about his dad. And then he shows up to his dad later, and it turns out like his dad actually did care about him. And so whatever.
Which was like foreshadowed a bit, because when he told him he wouldn't be back, you could tell there was regret in his eyes. But, you know, whatever year it was, 1960 maybe, and he's in his 50s, assuming, I don't know, he's probably in his 70s by then. But
can we also acknowledge the time hole that this movie lives in?
I couldn't follow the time at all.
Like half of each country is in its own time zone.
Yeah.
And like not just the time zone that we know it, but like time period.
Right.
Which is crazy. It's just kind of this, everything is everywhere.
Time passes arbitrarily. Like it just doesn't. Christopher Lee does not age at all.
No.
They didn't try to make him look younger.
Well, and same thing for Grandpa Joe. When
they didn't try to make him look younger.
When I was younger, and it's just him with like brighter clothes on.
And that might be a joke. And if that's intentional, that is funny.
Yeah.
Speaking of Christopher Lee, something I really enjoyed is the shot of when he is examining older Willie. Did you notice
like the
it?
Shot from inside
his mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice how they did it?
I don't know.
Did you not pay enough attention?
Tell me.
It's really fun. So it's a model of a mouth.
Okay.
And they gave Christopher Lee these gigantic tools, but forced perspective makes it look like he's just holding the normal ones. But if you look at it real closely, you can tell that they are just cartoonishly big.
That's awesome. I did not notice that.
Let's see if I can find a. Yeah. Here we go. Let me see. Oh, they don't have.
Oh yeah, that's
Right?
Those are huge.
It's giant. It's such a good shot. Like, it's such a good use of
Like the forced
practical
perspective.
effect. Yeah, forced perspective, practical effects. If you watch, some of the shots are done in a way that, like, it's hard to tell, but if you look at it as it's going, you immediately are like, whoa.
Yeah.
Those
Like the
are
way that he's
huge.
holding
Yeah.
the mirror, you can tell that it's like a giant.
Yeah. That it's probably like 2 feet, not just a little dentist mirror. But good on them. That shot tickled me. I was just so pleased with it. I was like, that's a good use of practical effects. Alrighty. Freddie Highmore as Charlie Bucket. I thought he did great. I thought Charlie was perfect.
You know, the casting director really went and found the most Tim Burton cartoonish people
Yeah.
to play the Bucket family.
Yeah. But there's something really special about Freddie's performance in that he is so endearing. Like, you just believe it. And he really, I don't know if it was something that Tim Burton told him to do, but something I noticed that was really like a good choice is he is a part of a poor family. They can't afford much food, all of that. He like, whenever he had chocolate in front of him, he would just nibble it. He would flake it with his teeth. He'd scratch a little off, and then that was him eating. And I'm like, that's such a good choice. That is an excellent choice. Yeah. I liked him. I thought he was great.
Yeah, I think he didn't have a lot of lines, but I think that's what made most of when he did talk more powerful.
Yeah.
Because he was able to capture like the feelings, the emotions that we needed to feel at those times. There were a few of his lines that I feel like were very much for the transition of the scene purpose and not for like the fact that he's like, we're going into a tunnel. Like, okay, obviously it's right there. We don't have to tell.
Look, we pay this kid by the word and we guaranteed him a certain amount of words. We got to write some more in.
But yeah, I think he did great. And I think his like huge eyes when he's like, I'm not going to do it. It's like,
right.
Just so good.
That was offensive.
I know.
I'm not gonna do it.
I'm not gonna do it.
I also thought his little additions, you know, when Mike is complaining and he says, you know, that's the whole point. It's fun. Like, there's no point, you know, whatever it is. It's like astute observation, truly shows that he likes it, enjoys it, but isn't like abrasive or anything like that. Like, you don't get anything of like, whoa, slow down there, Charlie.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, you're right.
he's quietly aware and also like he's so on board with the imagination of it.
Right.
And he's
the only one who believes.
Like his grandfather, he is like 100% on board.
Right.
But is subdued about it.
Right. Alrighty. David Kelly is Grandpa Joe. What a casting. He's so delightful.
Yeah.
Quite an older man. A bit frail. But I do think that is, you know, written into the part. So he was born in 1929. So when this came out, he would have been 76. So like getting up there. But he was just like perfect. He was just really fun.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed him. He seemed really sweet. His facial expressions were very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just a fun guy. Yeah. One thing I did like, I think, about this version of Grandpa Joe and Charlie versus now doing a comparison to the Willy Wonka movie,
right,
is they didn't do anything wrong. Like throughout the movie, they were in the right.
Yeah.
Like they deserved the win at the end. Where in the Willy Wonka adaptation, they do drink the soda that makes them float. And then that's why Wonka yells at them and says, "You get nothing."
You get nothing. Good day, sir. God, there's something special about Gene Wilder, though.
Gene Wilder's so good.
He's so good.
We'll have to watch that one eventually.
Or just the Gene Wilder movie. Let's just watch a Gene Wilder movie.
But yeah, I think it was very fitting that the two of them were like, they had the wonder, but they were also like, they were the ones who actually deserved the outcome, the big prize.
All right. Bad timing. All right. Speed round, the buckets. We got left Mrs. Bucket, Helena Bonham Carter, Mr. Bucket, Noah Taylor, Grandma Josephine, Grandma Georgina, and Grandpa.
Oh, he's not on this page.
George, Grandpa George.
Oh, Grandpa George, yeah.
They were great. They were fun. It was interesting to see Helena Bonham Carter as like a normal kind of soft, endearing character. But she's a great actor too, so she nailed it completely. Noah Taylor was really great. You really believed like his sadness from losing his job and the struggles that they had. The grandparents were fun. What?
I was gonna say just the sweetness of him being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be like taking a break from work or whatever it was that he says, and it's like, oh, like a vacation, and it's like, no. And it was sad, but it was also like this really sweet moment that I think they captured really well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grandma Georgina, who
they were great. Georgina was the kind of loopy one.
Yeah.
What did she say to Willie at the end? You smell like peanuts. I like that.
Yeah.
And then he matches it. He matches it. So you smell like old and soap.
You smell like old. I think he said old people and soap.
Old people
and
and
I
soap.
like it.
And I like it. Josephine was very, encouraging. George was just the crotchety old man, but he had the moment of being like, this is a once in a lifetime. You should go do it. It's like, okay. Phew.
Yeah. I might be a grumpy old man, but
you can live.
You can, yeah.
All right, George, you can have a few more days. I don't wish for your end. And you're
go yell at the TV.
Yeah. All righty. Speed round through the kids. Augustus shortchanged a little bit. I feel like he had more room to do more, but he was funny. He was just very German and very like just an insatiable hunger, which I know is written in, but like he played that really well. Where did he go? Violent. Philip. Oh, Viergratz.
Vigratz?
He spoke German. He's Augustus Gloop.
He is actually German.
Yeah,
so.
he is in fact German. So it is insensitive for me to do that, but not for him. Yeah, I didn't really. The book was written in the 60s, so the view on body shaming was a lot different than it is now.
Yeah, there was the
outdated stuff.
Oh, he's a fat boy.
Yeah.
He's a fat and horrible boy, I think is basically what they called him. But there is, I don't
know how you said that was so, he was a fat boy. I don't know why that's so funny. Mind you, audience, I am of the larger variety of person, so I do have some personal connection to the character.
But I have a slight theory that the children represent 4 of the deadly sins. If you think about it, like Augustus is gluttony. Veruca is greed.
What are the 7 deadly sins?
No, I had looked it up. No, she's not greed, because I feel like Violet is greed, right? Because she wants to always win.
No,
but Veruca is
she's envy.
Oh,
she's envy. Yes,
because she wants what other people have.
She is envy.
And then Mike TV, I think, is pride, because he's like, everybody else is an idiot. I know what I'm talking about. This is all stupid.
I think so. Here's the thing I will connect to this. I think the parents were part of that too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Salts were envy and pride.
Mm.
I think Violet, your greed idea of needing to win, needing to have everything, because Veruca's, all of her stipulated on what someone else had.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't something she wanted on her own. It was what everyone else had.
Mm-hmm.
Wrath, I think, is Mike. Because
he was like
just
destroying
angry
stuff
at everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And destroying stuff. I think Sloth was Mike's dad.
Yep.
Because he did nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Lust is Violet's mom.
Because
she kept hitting on everyone.
Well, yeah, and then when Willie said something about the like chocolate, it like releases the same thing that makes you feel when you feel like you're in love or whatever.
Right.
And she looks over and she's like, "Oh, really?"
And he's like,
"Yeah."
yeah. I like that. I like that as a concept or a connecting point. I mean, Mrs. Gloot is the only one who maybe doesn't fit into something, but they might also just kind of basket her into gluttony a bit, because she was of the larger persuasion. So,
and she doesn't
do anything either.
Do anything to stop Augustus.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when you have 7 but you're working with an even number, you're gonna fall short a little bit somewhere.
Yeah.
I dig it. I kind of like it. Veruca nailed Bratty Kid. Violet nailed Bratty Kid. Jordan Fry, who played Mike TV. When this movie came out, no, I still would have been like an older teenager. I never wanted to punch someone so bad in my life, man. He sucks so much.
He's the worst.
He is the worst. They nailed it, I guess. And his Adam Godley played that like whatever his dad was supposed to be, just the inactive father to just the worst kid. Wanted to punch him too. Now that I'm a dad, it's so funny. The kids suck, but I hated the parents more.
Because
it's their fault.
It's their fault. Yeah.
What an interesting thing of Willie has his issue with his father and then essentially is shunning parents. Then brings these kids and their parents to his factory. And up until the very, very end is vindicated. It is vindicated that parents suck. And it is not until Charlie himself, is like, no, I don't want to leave my family, that his whole plan is shot to hell. Like, he is truly vindicated the entire time.
Yeah, and it speaks to Charlie and his family. And I think that's the thing. I think if they had kept the story between Willie and his father, but at the end, instead of having him reconcile with his father, if they just had Charlie be like, do you want to come to dinner?
Yeah.
And then he experienced family through someone else, because I don't know if Dr. Wonka
deserves that.
I mean,
he moved his house.
he moved his entire
apartment
or townhouse
outside. Wait, what? No, because what's the English term for that? It's not a flat. It's like a brownstone. Like it's.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what they call it in England. Anyway, he removes it from the connected buildings and sends it to the middle of nowhere, which really should have been a detriment to his business.
Yeah.
The idea that he had business still either means maybe he wasn't so far into the middle of nowhere as it appears, or he is just the best dentist in the world.
Yeah, how did anybody find him?
Hey, your dentist moved. Oh, okay. Like a few buildings down, other side of town.
The entire building.
It's a 3-hour drive. Okay.
Yeah.
So is it a new warehouse? No. It's the same building. It's just 3 hours away now. Huh. Which to me, actually, excuse me. I might be wrong, because my understanding is, am I going to English shame right now? I think I'm going to English shame right now. My understanding is they're all really close to each other. So a 30-minute drive is like us driving to Vegas. Like, it's just incomprehensible.
Yes.
So maybe he moved the house 15 minutes away, but everyone was like, oh boy, that's too far.
It's not just English. I think that's a mostly European thing that for Americans, especially on the West Coast and even central US, driving multiple hours is just oh yeah, that's what I do every day. Where it's driving to the next town over in a smaller country is no, that's too far.
Where was Veruca from? Birmingham? Is that what they said?
Yes. I think so.
Okay. I'm just going to pick a random. All right, there we go. No? Okay.
a handful of years ago, I went to New Zealand and we were telling someone, oh, we're going to go down to such and such and spend the day down there. And they were like, you're going to drive down and then come back all in the same day. And it was maybe a 45-minute drive.
So I guess they just don't do it. I don't know, man. So like Birmingham to London is 117 miles. And with toll roads, it's 2 hours and 31 minutes. Which that is the equivalent of like San Diego to LA.
Yeah.
Which that's a Saturday. Like I don't
Yeah.
like you go really early in the morning, you go do your stuff.
Good Saturday.
Yeah, you go do your stuff and then you go home. You're in the car for 4.5 hours, 5 hours. And you call it a day. Or you try to
Sometimes that 2.5 hours is driving from one side of LA to the other side of LA.
Now may I fight you on this a little bit?
You can try.
No. I have driven LA. I live in Orange County, so we were formerly a suburb of LA.
Uh-huh.
And I've also I don't know what that was, Freudian slipping out there. In the past couple months, I have gone down to San Diego.
Uh-huh.
There is one point where that San Diego traffic is the worst thing I've ever felt in my life. Far worse than anything I feel in LA. It took me an hour to go 10 miles.
Yes.
I've been stuck in LA traffic.
Mm-hmm.
It takes me, if we're dead in the worst traffic jam possible, it's going to take me an hour and a half to get home, not to go 10 miles. And there's no reason for it. There's awful.
No reason for it.
It's awful. Anyway, back onto the point. There's only one more person we really got to talk about, and that is Mr. Deep Roy.
Deep Roy.
Who played all of the Oompa Loompas. Now, I do think their way of, or the choice to make the Oompa Loompas impossibly small, with full function of limbs and everything like that, may have been the best choice they made, because it kind of pulls you out of, like in Willy Wonka. In Willy Wonka, it's just like little people.
Yeah.
No, or children. Deep Roy is short. He's 4'4", but they have CGI'd him in a way where he is like
2 feet tall.
2 feet max, which is very, very, very short. And I just think that was like a pretty good choice, because it made it so that there was a little bit of like, well, this would never happen.
Yeah.
You know?
And it did make them feel more like whimsical characters.
Right. He did a really good job of bringing that out. He was very, in a lot of the things he did, he was very funny in what he did. His choices were very funny. Like he was funny because he was a good actor and he made it funny. Not necessarily. I I did watch this in pieces, so maybe I missed it, but I don't recall any kind of like short jokes.
No.
So they
comment on.
They're not sure if it's a person because
small people,
he's small.
But yeah. The joke. It wasn't that the joke or the whatever wasn't that the person was small.
Right.
It was there are these creatures that are no more than 2 feet tall.
Right.
Which is just this like crazy idea, and so like that's the interesting weird part about it. It's not like, hey, look, a small person. Right.
I think the joke is also that this tribe of people just all look alike. Mm-hmm. There's no variation whatsoever.
Yeah, when he's
when
like,
they go to the office,
and he says, "Oh, hi."
I feel like it was like whatever. Janice.
Janet, yeah, whatever the name was, and it's just him in a wig.
Yeah,
was pretty great. I also liked when he's talking about the candy to grow hair. He's like, and we had a little bit of an incident, and then he walks out, and it's just full hair all the way down to the ground, and he's like, "How are you doing down there?" 2 thumbs up.
Yeah,
you look good.
Yeah. And then last little thing that is just kind of whatever, but the narrator was actually Jeffrey Holder.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Holder was in Live and Let Die.
Mm-hmm.
James Bond flick. What was this character's name? Baron Samedi. But I thought that was just like a nice touch to have that kind of tenor throughout the narration.
Yeah, it was interesting to intersperse the storytelling element. I think it worked for the most part.
I actually think it did too. I don't think I had any kind of complaints with how the story was told in that way.
No,
I do think I think the part with Dr. Wonka was needless as well. Like, I agree with you there that it was needless, but how about this? There are aspects of the story that felt unnecessary, but the way they told the story, everything felt good.
Mm-hmm.
So here's where I'm at before we fully move on, because I think we've talked about the visuals a bit, the music, the characters, the acting. I don't think this is Tim Burton's strongest visual film.
Mm-hmm.
There are definitely some weird things that happen throughout. And I remember this film way different than it is. I remembered this film being really dark. I don't think this movie is dark at all.
No.
I can understand why it's considered like a dark comedy for like a family kids movie. I can kind of get that, but I don't really think that this is a dark movie.
No.
I think the idea of Tim Burton almost makes it feel as though that is synonymous with dark. I don't think this movie is visually dark, and I don't think that content-wise it is particularly dark. No. I actually think it's kind of a sweet story of just like an idiot. Like, Willy Wonka is kind of a dummy. Like, he's really good at making candy, but that's about it. Like, he's kind of a dum-dum otherwise.
Yeah, he's smart in what he knows, and then like completely oblivious to the rest of the world.
Yeah, and he is just met with like a really endearing person in Charlie,
Mm-hmm.
and it just changes him. It changes him as a whole, and it's like, yeah, that makes sense. That's a good story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have any issues with that.
Yeah, but the end when he's doing his therapy session and comes to the conclusion of because I'm what is the line that he says? Because I'm not good inside.
My candy's not
My
good.
candy's not good or something. And then he looks and he said, "You're really good at this." And the Oompa Loompa just gives him
No,
yeah.
he pulls his glasses down and then he goes,
Yeah, and yes, I am. He doesn't say
which is wonderful.
a single thing.
Which is a great joke. So I guess we could talk about this. This movie is funny. It does have some great jokes in it.
There's some really good visual jokes.
Yeah.
And some really, I feel like almost every joke that Willy Wonka says lands.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Like when he's saying a joke, it's very funny. When he's trying to be like his weird, awkward self, sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not, sometimes it's just awkward.
Mm-hmm.
But when he has a joke, you're like, amen.
Or like even when Mr. Salt is like, "Oh, I'm familiar with this because I'm in the nut business as well. Are you using the Havermax 4000 for your sorting?" And Willy Wonka goes, "No, you're really weird." It's like
going to
weird for that.
Going to our tradition of going to the bottom of IMDb. This is here's a first. Here's a first of us doing that. So, the last one still has one helpful click and no dislikes, which is simply Willy Wonka. Because when Violet's bugging him and she goes, "Mr. Wonka, I'm Violet Beauregard," and he goes, "Oh, I don't care."
I don't care.
Oh gosh. So one of the really good visual gags that is meant to be funny is his inability to keep track of the glass elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Solid use of
both times.
Both times. It did get me both times.
Yeah, I mean, there's just some good lines. I think I laughed harder the second time. Like the first time I laughed, and then the second I'm like, got him again.
Yeah. I do like everything in this room is edible. Even I'm edible. Oh no, wait. He says eatable. Everything in this room is eatable. Even I'm eatable. But that is called cannibalism, my dear children, and in fact is frowned upon in most societies.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking for. Who wants a beard? Well, beatniks for one, folk singers, and motorbike riders. You know, all those hip, jazzy, super cool, neat, keen, and groovy cats. It's in the fridge, Daddy-O.
Yeah.
Can you dig what I'm laying down?
Oh, man. I did, for whatever reason, I did enjoy. You can't run a chocolate factory with your family hanging over you like an old dead goose. No offense. And then Grandpa George, none taken. Jerk.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, what was the? Oh, I'm Veruca Salt. It's very nice to meet you, sir. I always thought a verruca was the type of wart you got on the bottom of your foot. Like they're snappy. They're good.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Oh, I did like where's that taking her? Where all the bad nuts go, the garbage chute. Where does the chute go? To the incinerator. But don't worry, we only light it on Tuesdays. Today is Tuesday. Well, there's always a chance they decide not to do it today. Trying to think what the
Oh, can we just talk about the fact that the dad very easily could have saved Veruca?
Yeah.
Like,
He just had to say no.
he could have climbed over the gate that was maybe waist high.
No, but he was old.
Gone down and gotten him.
No. He was old. He was old, so he couldn't do that. Anytime Willy Wonka spoke to Mike, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to stop mumbling. I can't understand what you're saying. And then when he goes off on his big energy talk, he's like, "Mumbler, seriously, I can't understand what a word you're saying." Okay.
I like when Mike gets squashed by the newscaster and Willie just goes, "Ew, somebody grab him."
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just good. If you haven't, it's good. I don't know. I like him more than I think people.
You know what? That's what's really annoying. I remember really disliking this movie, or watching it once and then after a while just believing the overall narrative that it was like bad.
Mm-hmm. I think if you separate yourself from the Gene Wilder movie,
yeah,
like
it's own
you can
movie.
Enjoy this, but if you're comparing, like, yeah, it's not going to be the same because Gene Wilder is Gene Wilder.
Okay, can we talk about one of the jokes? Because I don't get it.
Okay.
While passing a room where Oompa Loompas are shearing pink wool from sheep. I'd rather not talk about this one. Why does he not want to talk about it?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
And I think that's the joke. The joke is, it seems like a very innocent thing of you expect him to be like, "Oh, and this is our cotton candy," or like something. And he just goes, "Oh, I don't want to talk about this one."
It reminds me of a joke that I think it's from Scotland. It's very vulgar, but I wonder if that's the connection. Do you know the joke I'm talking about that has to do with sheep?
Nope, not off the top of my head.
It's maybe it's German. I don't know where I've heard it. Basically, I will use Charlie and Joe because there's a grandpa and a grandkid, and basically it's like a grandpa and his grandson are on a hill looking over their town, and Grandpa Joe leans over to Charlie and says, "Charlie, you see that school over there? I built that school. But do they call me Joe the school builder? No. You see that hospital right there? I built that hospital. Do they call me Joe the hospital builder? No. But you screw one sheep." And I'm like, is that the joke? Like, is there a deeper something that like that generation? Because Tim Burton's like boomer age. He's in his 60s now, right? He's older.
Yeah.
Like he grew up in the 60s, 70s. And I'm just wondering if there's like a joke that people know from that generation that we're just completely unaware of. Or if it's your point that it's just there to make you go, "Wait, why is that? What? Why wouldn't you talk about that? Come on, man." I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to know. I think because with everything else he explains, like the whipped cream with the cow being whipped, and it's like he explains that, and everything else they see he explains, and that's the one thing where he's like, I don't want to talk about it.
Maybe that's the joke. Yeah.
That could be the joke. There could be another layer of it, but I just interpreted it as him being like, I don't want to talk about this one.
Yeah. I've talked too much. I don't know. Hold on. There is what? No, what? Is it really not in here? What? It's not in here. Oh no. Vamp.
So, I'm reading something that's suggesting that it might be a reference to a previous character that he played. That was a Tim Burton movie about a cross-dresser with a penchant for pink woolen sweaters. And so maybe they're referencing that, but I feel like even that is a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah, I don't know. What's the crap is the... I can't remember what the line is, and it's not showing up. Like, no one has it, but they're talking about all the creams. It's like coconut cream, hair cream. What do you use hair cream for? It's like,
yeah.
It's the hold or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I was like, damn it, that's a good joke. That's a really good joke. I'm so mad that's such a good joke.
And it's because he just like
he pumps his hair.
Here it is. It's she asks about the hair cream, and he goes to lock in moisture.
That's it. Oh my gosh, it's so it's good. That's right. We've pulled your chain long enough. It's time for the review rewind. And we're going to look at a positive review, negative review, and see where we fall. Metacritic, 72%. Rotten Tomatoes, 83%. Rotten Tomatoes audience, 51%. IMDb audience, 6.7%. Now, this is one of those interesting things because overall, critic-wise, widely popular, like widely positive.
Mm-hmm.
Really big dip in audience scores.
Yeah.
And I have to assume it's audiences were taking this at comparison value to Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Not
the nostalgia.
Not sitting it on its own.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you go ahead and read the most positive of reviews?
The Chicago Tribune gave it 100. A peach of a story, delightfully imagined by Dahl and lushly realized by Burton. It's full of witty or awesome scenes, flights of fancy, and characters either totally lovably sweet or outrageously humorously rotten.
I agree fully with the characters. The characters are like a medium. There's no characters lacking opinion. You either look at the character and go, that's a good character. Even the buckets as a whole, like you're like, oh, this is a nice family. Like I like this family.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're like, these are terrible people and they deserve everything that's about to happen to them.
Yeah.
Alrighty. The Washington Post. Side note, I thought you were going to read that in a Chicago accent. And I was like, we're going for it. It's like, I could read the Washington Post with just like a really like politician voice. The satirical edge has been dulled in a film.
I knew you were going for the Obama voice.
It's that pattern, man. I can't get the tone, but that pattern is so good that it's dominated and ultimately swamped by its stars mannered. pixelated performance. I wonder if they're being glib about that pixelated, in that they're saying the performance feels pixelated, or marking on the CGI even at that time. Because
Interesting. Yeah.
I don't remember my opinion on it in 2005 as far as visuals. Like, I don't remember if the CGI was weird back then.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at it now, it's very weird.
Yeah. Oh, another CGI thing. I think his purple gloves, they just look way too smooth. They must have been touched up to be like
either
perfectly
touched up, or they are like latex leather, like whatever
perfectly fitted rubber gloves.
I was noticing that because when the Christopher Lee scene where he's examining, he keeps his hands right here, so you really get like a good look at his hands for a while. And you're right, they're crazy smooth, and it actually took me out of the moment because I was just looking at his gloves going, what the hell is going on with his hands?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, that's a great point.
What do you give it?
Oh man. Now here's the thing. I'm gonna kind of go through the grades.
Mm-hmm.
So the extremes. I don't think it's an A.
No.
In no way, shape, or form is it a perfect movie.
No.
I don't think it's an F because I don't think it's a bad movie.
Correct.
I don't think it's a B. Even though I do like it, there's enough about it that just doesn't hold, whether it be some of the stuff that didn't age well. Mike using the R word, not great.
Yeah.
I'm still really uncomfortable with the whole concept of how the Oompa Loompas are used within this realm. Really uncomfortable with it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if there's
a way. I don't know
if
getting their backstory has helped us or not.
Yeah, it just makes him seem like a colonizer.
Yeah.
If there was any more way to add like that hard H to white guy, they're doing it. They're making it like white, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's a D either. So I think it's like a C+. It's still fun. It's a funny movie. Charlie and his family are great. There's a good bit of life lesson in it. All the bad characters are like clearly bad. So there's no ambiguity. Oh, no, that's not going to happen.
Ambiguity.
There's no question about whether they're the bad guys or not. And yeah, like this one takes the lead that, you know, Charlie is wholesome, and he's wholesome through the whole thing. There's no question about that. And I think this story, this conceptual story of Charlie, whether it's the Willy Wonka, the Gene Wilder version, or this version, or the book, I kind of think Charlie does need to be that good of a person.
Yeah. Because otherwise it kind of breaks everything. If
right.
He's not.
And I think that was a good choice to make it so. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. I was thinking it definitely lands in the C range. And I think honestly, if Willie's backstory didn't feel so forced, or if they didn't include it, or if they included it in a much more subtle way, I don't know. If it didn't feel so forced, if the music felt right, I think those two things would elevate this into a low B.
Here's what I would say. If they completely took out his backstory
Mm-hmm.
completely took out him looking for the Oompa Loompas, or
Mhm.
finding the Oompa Loompas rather. Made the compositional soundtrack a little more lively,
Mm-hmm.
but kept the Oompa Loompa songs,
Mm-hmm.
kept the pacing, kept everything else. I do actually like the backstory of Joe. I like
Mhm.
that. I think that's
Yeah.
great. But here's the thing. This movie is an hour and 55 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
If we cut those things out and this movie was an hour 35,
Mm-hmm.
I'd put it at like a B or B plus.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think it would be a really, really good movie.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just enough that it like confuses your opinion of Willy Wonka. I
Yeah.
think the mystery of Willy Wonka would have been enough. And then the ending of him just not understanding that Charlie would like decline. That's fine.
Yeah.
All of that is fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can kind of see like, oh, you would understand like, oh, he's just looking for a family. Like he's looking, the gray hair thing would still be a good story that would still connect.
Mm-hmm.
But then you could do what you did, what you were saying of like, well, Mr. Wonka, why don't you join us for dinner?
Mm-hmm.
And then he like experienced that. I think you would have just said, oh, this guy is a recluse who's looking for family and he now found it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you would have looked at it and gone like, well, why did he do that?
Why
You know?
doesn't he like family?
Right. Like, I don't think it's necessary
Mm-hmm.
to make it all believable. But for whatever reason, they've really felt like they needed it to make it believable.
Mm-hmm.
And then they added
Yeah.
like 20 minutes to the movie.
Because
That
I
just
think
wasn't
the
necessary.
story of he fired everybody because they were trading secrets
Yeah.
of his recipes is enough for him to be like, I don't trust people.
Yeah. That's all you needed.
Mm-hmm.
And he could have been like, well, you know, I've seen you. I've really appreciated you. And so I trust you, but I don't know any of these people. I don't trust them.
Mm-hmm.
And you could look at that and go, oh, right.
Yeah.
You wouldn't look at that and go, oh, it's not that believable. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah.
Anyway,
C plus.
C plus. Wrong button. C plus. As we said, as though nothing went wrong. C plus. Yeah. Honestly, I watched this with the kids. The music scared them more than anything in the movie,
Mm-hmm.
so it's pretty good. Good thing, you know. Yeah. Thanks for taking this journey with me, Tristan.
Yeah.
And thank you, listener. And always remember, review those rewinds, and we'll see you next time. Mumble.